All right, people. Session just to see what's going on. Um, Welcome to all of you people as you're coming on. It's been a very interesting moment of history as the market begins to, massive, how can I put this? Massive opportunity in the market right now. Obviously, I do need to put myself on mute right now because obviously I'm running it on the live in the background, but welcome everyone as you're coming on. All right, without wasting any time, let's have a look at the market. So, I mean, so far, AUD/USD has been in an amazing short trend. And I kind of am regretting I had another 0.18 lots worth of trades going on. And I guess if I look from here to here, I would have had an extra maybe 150, I guess, on the profit side of things. But I still try to keep some trades open and just see what happens there. All right, but the profitability on this market has been fantastic. Now, obviously, when the market is such a continuing trend like this, the safest thing to do is to try and follow the trend, but obviously be kept very well aware of opportunities where the market may decide to reverse, which is where I'm watching for. So all the algorithmic levels, for example, in AUD/USD and the rest is what I'm looking at really. All right, these are my main things. Like, for example, the low of last year's insights, even though I know the price is going to crash down further, right now is great opportunity going on. I just took a small little M1 entry here. I think I do have regrets of closing my trades, but then I don't because I couldn't concentrate for a while. I guess over here, I should have been a bit smarter to just not close because it was obvious that the price was going to continue, going short. I should have just kind of held on and not been afraid to keep this rest of these pips open, but I've left these on open. So you can see how high up the entry is, perfect entries all the way through. And I'm happy with them really. NZDUSD is another one. I had an entry right over here. All right. And I guess if I just held it open, I would have been laughing as well. I closed it after this movement here, the first 100 pips. I took a little bit of a loss because I tried to go the other way and it's done another 100 pips. So I missed out on, I guess, 50% of this move. Or not 50%. I say I've missed out on about 25 because I took another trade already to counteract that. So I do have some profit coming in. If you want to see the account, you can do. So right now I've got from £7. I did take a loss on Euro NZD. I took the wrong side of the market. Unfortunately, I lost £15 on that. And then I also lost another £17 on that and another 8 on NZUSD. So the account would have been firmly above 400 and the balance is right now 83. But I was at £7 when I started, as you guys have seen. I even went down to £1 at one point, but nonetheless, it's all right. Almost at 400 now. I expect the price to continue rallying through. Now, there isn't any US news that can cause the price to move, but of course, like I'm still going to be a little bit wary. I think my stop loss should be a bit higher. I'm going for this flip zone as a stop loss, but maybe I just leave it here for now. Just let the price kind of do its thing. I can see that the market is accumulating at this flip demand zone here on the minute time frame. If it closes above here, then I'll come out, but it's just a little tester to see. But nonetheless, pretty good. Now, I choked a little bit because the day before, the market actually gave a really good entry back up here. And I saw it coming along and I just kind of, I don't know why, I froze. Not froze, but I was too analytical. I don't know how to explain it. I knew the price was going to give us an extra short, but I got too analytical with it. Because then that wouldn't have been so bad and I would have had, what I was going to do is that within this, you can see the order block there, my stop loss was going to be above that high. And I was going to put 0.18, which is what I would have listed out on if I, or 0.15 maybe, which would have given that extra £100 down here, to kind of catch up on everything. But, nonetheless, I'm swinging these for bad boys for a while. There's still a lot of ways to go down. I kind of decided that for my very high up entries over here, I won't be doing much to it, but the rest I probably would close and then re-enter and maybe have a bigger lot size or the same lot size. Depends on where the price is and where I got in, because obviously when you're in an intraday swing as beautiful as this, you've got to kind of make those considerations. All right, now with gold, you can see how sharp my entries are. Obviously, as much as I know, I was saying it to my students that as much as I could have put 0.10s here and had a good stop loss, I still wanted to follow through with good risk management. And that's one thing I do want to show, that even though I am flipping accounts, I don't want to make it a thing where I'm going crazy with the risk management. My aim was to put 0.02 to 4. I stuck with 0.02 just to be safe, you know. But nonetheless, the price did exactly what I'm looking for. It's giving us 413 pips. Yep, I know if I'd put 0.010, you know, this profit of £31 and £29 would have been 310 and 297, which of course is gorgeous profit. And that would have brought the account balance to about 800 or something like that. But one thing about wealth and prosperity is making sure you do things that you're comfortable with, or you're taking risks that are not unnecessary. Now, if this account was bigger, yeah, then maybe, but you know, it's not really right to do, in my opinion. Okay, so this is not your normal account flipping where you just put whatever you think. You want to take your time with it. Obviously, these swing trades, I'm going to be holding them for a while. And, you know, in the long term, yes, they will give profit. And again, I prefer to have tight stop losses with a big lot size and, you know, get some great profit going along here. All right. Now, anyway, my main thing anyway is that these are the trade updates, okay? For most of the major pairs that I have at least one trade, apart from USD CAD, which I just kind of got annoyed with, if I be honest, even though I knew it was going to do what everything else is doing. It just, if I go to USD CAD, let me just find it for you people. If I go to USD CAD over here, USD CAD, of course, is now done the movement. It's actually hit the first target. So when I was on the live, if you guys remember, I gave a signal whilst we're on the live for the price to go long from, is this area here, I believe. All right. Now, my thing is, I don't like the fact that the price didn't use the order block to do this unfulfilled efficiency. So I don't know if the price is going to tumble down and give us a big reversal before continuing going long, but we have this low over here, right? And then on the day when I gave the signal, what was happening is that the price gave us another low in Asia, and then another one somewhere just before or in the London session. So what I was expecting is that this low right here should take these other lows, which it did, but it didn't enter into this order block. So now we have this massive H1 unfulfilled efficiency, which currently from where USD CAD is trading at is almost basically 150 pips, 60 pips away, because the price hasn't gone into there. So that was another thing. Now, even if I go down to a lower time frame to see if there's the same thing, even if I use the M30 zone right here, I'm still not satisfied with that the price didn't enter into that area. Now, if I just take this off, I'll make this trend line skinnier so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll zoom in a little bit. I close the profit for now because it's not important. So if I do that and you guys see, you can see what I'm talking about, right? Go back here to make it thicker. The price didn't go into this green area, which is the demand liquidity to cause the price to move. So I'm not really too much of a fan of this kind of unfulfilled efficiency here. And I know probably right now the market is trending pretty strongly. So it wouldn't be a right now thing, but I'm sure if the price was to ever give us a sharp reversal on USD CAD for whatever reason whatsoever, the price will come back down here. Now, it doesn't have to happen now. The market could leave this for several years. It doesn't actually have to happen now. Well, it's just one of those things that I'm never going to forget. Right now, the price is really pushing, is getting towards the high of last month. Now, there isn't that much liquidity to the left exactly above the high. So the price has room to really start raging and going further for higher highs right now. Okay. Now, I plan these live sessions the way I do to give you guys the best insight into what's going on so that you can be prepared for the worst, really, and the best when it comes to the market. All right. Now, also with Pound USD, I'll be honest, okay, with my markings over here that I did have two more trades somewhere in the mix over here, but I took the profit and I knew the price was going to spike with the news. I thought it was actually going to take the high. And to be fair, my stop losses would have been hit. So I just came out. But then, of course, the price has come back down now. And this was a good opportunity to get back in here for another 100 pips. I had another 0.04 on there. So I am missing out on some profit on some pairs. I'm just being real. All right, I am. But you know what? I'll find other ways to get in. Do you know what I mean? To get involved in this enjoyment called a very nice bullish run of the dollar, right? Now, for me, we've been talking about this for a while. So trading this is not really so difficult. It's quite straightforward because I've been expecting it for many months now. And now the moment of truth has arrived. It's just really about navigating between and just really enjoying the profit that comes from it. Now, my main focus, which you always know it is going to be Hugo's Way. So looking at the dollar index. So I'm switching over to Hugo's Way really quickly. And I want you guys just to see what I'm looking at. Now, for me, I'm doing some a bit more deeper anatomy on the price and the candlesticks. If we look at all of these lows here, notice that they come close to this order block, but they don't actually return inside of the order block. So immediately, even though this trend is clearly bullish, I do expect between now and tomorrow somewhere, we should have, I think we probably are going to have a week where we end off in a continued bullish run on the dollar. I don't think it's going to end tomorrow. I doubt there's going to be a reversal. If there is, I don't think it'll be a pretty strong one. All right, there's still targets that the price needs to reach to. So let me take this here and delete this. Now, my only issue with looking at this order block here is that the demand liquidity, because the candles here are much larger than the body, I wouldn't use these two candles as demand. I'll use this one, right? So if I look at this last candle here before the price change direction, which is a bearish candle, notice that the price has, again, tried to attempt to get into these areas of liquidity once, twice, 3 times. And currently the market has pushed long, but without returning to demand. So I'm looking for this right now, folks. If we get this pullback here, which will mean a very, very short-term bearish dollar strength, and then a long bullish run here, this is what I'm looking for to happen between now and tomorrow. Now, in the next 2 minutes, it will be 5 o'clock UK time. And if we just look back at the example, the scenarios I gave you guys, look at what we have right now. So you can see that we've closed firmly above the previous week's high, right? And now it looks like the price is close to closing above this area. Now, this blue zone is a bit too dark. I think I need a lighter color, something that really can let us know where we are. I'm going to mix red with blue, and no, it's terrible. With MetaTrader colors, they're not exactly like science. If you mix red with blue, you're meant to get purple, but you get brick red. It's just not really that great. So excuse the color mixtures. All right, this is okay. So I put violet on here is a bit more obvious. So with this H4 area here, let's go to the H4. What I want to see right now is for the H4 body to close above here. All right, this order block, which I drew on the 30 minutes, the same H4 order block. And we have a key induction here that I like that the price has done of not just this low, but it's also reached beneath just ever so slightly and taken the low beneath that. So we have a nice area of price action the price is operated with here. So this candle is all my focus. It would be great if the price could give us a H4 close above here and then return back in here in the next 4 hours. And then once the price gets in here, I would say buy signals for, and then I'm going to put this here. Once the price gets back into here, which I expect it to do, is going to be XUSD pairs. All right, you want to sell, right? At this point, and I'll just get a big arrow right now. And then over here, we're going to go for USDX pairs we want to buy, right? So USDX pairs you want to buy. There you go. So putting those two things there, that's what we're looking for, right? We want the USDX and USD pairs to buy, USDX pairs to sell, continuation. And I'm going to put continuation entry over here. So this is the continuation entry. All right. Continuation entry. Spelled that wrong. Continuation. So that's the continuation entry over there that we're trying to go for. I'm just going to go black 8 over here. All right, drag that over here. So once we find this continuation entry, this will be the moment to get all of the trades we're trying to capture. I'm actually going to set an alarm right here because this is all I'm waiting for. Is the continuation entry to continue. At that point, to recap what we're looking for, we're looking for XUSD pairs to sell and USDX pairs to buy. What does that mean? That means something like gold USD or euro USD or pound USD or USD, you know, all of those different pairs. Opposite side USDX will be USD CHF, USD CAD, and etc. All right. Now, I do think in this next 4 hour moment, there's still a lot of bullishness in the dollar. So it probably will close above this purplish area, which is even a better signal because once it does that, we know that this order block has been closed above. Once it's closed above, we want the return back to the other side and continue. So at that point, I'll be looking for some re-entries there, right? So the price is very smartly not doing what it needs to do yet. It hasn't gone into the order blocks we need. And so we're going to ride with that. Okay. And that's really the main foundation I have to tell you. So all the pullbacks that we should be expecting to happen should be happening very, very soon, right? So this is what I would say for you to focus on in terms of entries. This is as simple as it gets. This is all you need for the dollar index to continue. Soon as the price gets here, guys, that will be a re-entry to continue. And to me, I think that one of the best things that the price can do right now in this very strong uphill bullish movement that we're looking for would be for the dollar to really at least close. If we can, I'll be so grateful for it. If we can close at 105 for the week, which is asking a lot for a Friday, but if we can at least, okay, let's even dumb the targets down a bit. If we can close above this supply zone for the week, we've just broken past a major area of supply, all right, which will be at 104. Yeah. If we can get past 104 this week, guys, and close the week with the demands, the D1 zone included, closed above 104, we have it made for us, guys, right? So this is all I'm looking for. And I'll be waiting for you. Should be doing the same. And that's it. That's the best I can tell you guys. There's nothing else really to say. Now, in terms of news, because I always check the news, so I'll always make sure that you guys have the news set up. Let me just go over here. So in terms of the news right now, let's just go here. So with the news on Friday, we've got retail sales news on the Australian dollar, which is expected to be negative. So I'm sure AUD/USD is just going to keep on selling. Probably NZD/USD also. If we go over to other things on Friday, there is high impact news for the dollar, which is durable goods orders is 3.2 as previously expected to be minus 1%. We also have non-defense capital goods orders. It was minus 0.6%. Now it's minus 2%, 0.2 expected. So there is high impact news for the dollar tomorrow. Now, these pieces of news are not the most important pieces of news, or they're not the upper echelon of high impact news, but because the market is such a bullish run right now, they may end up using this news to push the price further to hit targets, right? So I would say let's watch out for what happens. Now, Friday usually is the time where the market just tries to also fish you out. I think last week they did that strategy, but this week there's such bullish pressure that I don't really see how they will be doing that. So hang in there, guys, and let's see what the market is going to offer in terms of, positions like that. And let's just, let the market give us opportunity to really, capture some great trades. Yeah. So that's it for the live today, guys. If there's any questions, leave in the comments below. I appreciate all your comments and selections and of things that you want me to look at, and just comments from all of you on different platforms. I appreciate it as I'm trying to grow this channel. All right. Try and get me, guys, at least let's try and get to the first benchmark, 1,000 subscribers. All right. So share with your friends who need this. Even if you can't make it, share it with people who are looking to learn somewhere that they can have a place to ask questions and feel safe. Right. So I'll catch you guys later on. Everybody take care. And don't forget to subscribe, guys.